President Barack Obama's decision to overhaul the U.S. government's surveillance operations has triggered mixed reactions in the U.S. homeland and abroad. Some praised his administration for its transparency. Others say the new measures don't go far enough. CCTV's Sean Callebs has the very latest information from our newsroom.
Well, thanks, Susan. Germany still considers the U.S. national security action as a horrific breach of trust, and it's pushing the United States for a sweeping no-spy agreement. Obama is indicating that will not happen anytime soon, but is trying to allay concerns from among its closest allies.
Mr. President, thank you for having us.
U.S. President Barack Obama continued his very public effort of damage control, telling a German TV station he didn't want aggressive U.S. efforts of gathering intelligence to harm international relationships.
When it comes to overseas surveillance, and I indicated very specifically that we do not listen to people's phone calls or read their emails if there are no national security threats involved.
It became an issue last year when NSA leaks by former U.S. security contractor Edward Snowden detailed that the U.S. spied on European citizens and bugged the telephone of German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Obama didn't apologize for the actions and was blunt in saying, "Don't expect spying in the interest of U.S. national security to ease."
That's not going to change. And there's no point in having an intelligence service if you're restricted to the things that you can read in the New York Times or Der Spiegel.
The U.S. maintains it has to be able to gather and provide instant information if it's going to stay ahead of terrorists and disrupt their plans. It may be perceived as intrusive, but necessary, according to the chairwoman of the U.S. Senate Intelligence Committee.
I think a lot of the privacy people perhaps don't understand that we still occupy the role of the great Satan. New bombs are being devised, new terrorists are emerging, new groups.
But Obama detailed changes to the way the NSA works. Phone records and information will still be stored, but with new safeguards. And the records can only be accessed through a court order. The president also demanded an end to spying on overseas allies unless there is a national security risk. Watchdogs point out the president must walk a fine line.
The White House really viewed it as urgent to get this NSA issue, if not completely resolved, bottled up, contained, and moved into some other forum so the president can get on to talk about the other issues he wants to address.
German officials say they have no concerns with the U.S. initiating its security investigations as long as German law is upheld on German soil. Obama has invited the German chancellor to Washington in the coming weeks in an effort to keep the two sides on the same page and, of course, continue U.S. efforts to root out terrorist plans. Susan?
Sean Callebs reporting in the newsroom. Thank you for that.